Joined now by Marshall head football coach Charles Huff. Coach Huff, today at the end of practice, your message to your team was energy and effort. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, I think obviously we practice to work on the execution and the fundamentals, but you got to bring the energy and effort every day. And for the first couple of days, we've done a really good job of it. I think the beauty of it is there's a good battle of energy and effort going back and forth from offense to defense. So we got to continue to build on that.
During the spring training, the spring practices, you told your team that you want to see them play mistake-free, smart football. How has that message evolved going into fall camp?
Yeah, we talked yesterday and today, mental fatigue and physical fatigue can't live on the same road. You're going to get physically tired. You may not be as fast as you were in the first quarter as you are in the fourth quarter, but your mind doesn't do push-ups. Your mind isn't running sprints, so your mind's got to stay sharp. You got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes with, where do I go? Who do I block? What's my coverage assignment? And the more we can do that and play mistake-free mentally, we're going to put ourselves in position. Everybody's going to get physically tired. Everyone's going to slow down as the game goes on. But what we want to be able to do is keep our minds and our bodies separate from tired.
You graduated some veteran offensive linemen this past year. You bring in some through the transfer portal. Are you starting to see a level of cohesion with the hog mollies up front?
Yeah, I think what's starting to happen is the standard and the expectation of the guys that have been here has brought those new guys along, and they've forced those guys to play and practice and prepare to a standard, and it's showing up on the field.
You know the importance of special teams. You bring a new special teams coordinator in Jonathan Galante. We had a chance to hear from him last week on Thursday at the press conference. How are you seeing him put his thumbprint on this special teams unit?
Yeah, I think one of the things, when you're coaching is you want to, continue to hire guys in families, so guys that have been in your family. So not only are you speaking the same language, even if there's turnover, that the kids don't have to keep relearning new language, new systems. So Coach Galante was in the Alabama family with some of the other guys, Coach Springer last year. So a lot of the verbiage is the same. So now the players can, take the next step and graduate from year one to year two without starting over. So Coach Galante's done a really good job of being able to put his fingerprint on it, but not, completely change everything we're doing. Maybe, some schemes here and there, but it's allowed us to stay in the same family, which has allowed our players to take another step.
For most people that don't know, this first few practices, this first week of fall camp, how much remedial is it maybe from spring practice, or is it completely new stuff building on what you learned in the spring?
Well, we've been able, because of the work we did in the summer, the work we did, in the winter pre-spring, we've been able to kind of start at step 1A. You always go back to the basics, you always go back to the fundamentals, but we were able to add a few more, adjustments and wrinkles to the base stuff that we were doing because we were a little bit ahead. I attribute that to the players, I attribute that to the quarterbacks and the O-line, the linebackers, the leaders on the team who forced the guys this summer to be around, be at every workout, be at the extra throwing sessions, be at the extra meetings, all of the things that you need to do in order to be able to come into camp a little bit ahead.
Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you Thursday.
Thank you, guys. Go Herd.